Welcome to a new video of YouTube. With more YouTube because what was leaving in these last hours of 7 and his concept photos of Jungkook, the truth that leaves rather than say. So without further ado, let's begin. Had to bring these little moments, yes the truth that they are just coming out some videos that maybe not they left see, and they are just taking them out from other angles, from others moments and all these kinds of things. I know this, it's like one of the most hated because they fell from all sides equal in the video. Obviously I uploaded a lot before. I didn't want to answer none of these things, but let's clarify a little. This Jimin and Jungkook did not arrive together, that there was too much hate and still was more when Jungkook and Tae still arrived together, so it fell more because later it would meet with Jimin and all the time Jungkook would be with Jimin, and that's what burned them. There is also the other part, that are obviously members of BTS are the Yoongi brothers, who went to accompany to Yoongi to his concert. For that we had the opportunity to see Jimin and Jungkook Tae also together, and we could appreciate how they saw the concert. Something else comes later when the insults towards Jimin begin toward Jungkook, and this part is the next one, toxic, because in all the comments of these videos appear many antis about all in this event or when we saw Jungkook, because it's the latest and more current, but that does not suit me. Stop uploading these little moments. Also please stop saying Jungkook that it is toxic, that he is a child, because already it's not a boy. Jungkook is enough big, is quite old, he knows what he does totally, and it's not going to neglect to Jimin in no time. Everything what he does Jungkook makes him aware. Also we know that Jungkook sees everything what's happening, so he's pretty informed of all. If he came to count it is, and he climbed with Tae to that car, was surely for a reason. That reason was all the hate that was falling to Jimin for another chip we already know, and simply Jungkook maybe a little eradicate all this, always have some pattern to show. Always there is something hidden between them, and everything makes Jungkook from protect and take care of Jimin. So now yes, without further I leave you with one of those videos can cover Jimin totally. And now we would move on to this topic that talked a lot everywhere of. Again it is spoken again here. I had that bring the yes or yes, since the brother of Jungkook would share a photo with us. We see how Jungkook is in the part of behind Jimin. These angles already we had seen a little, but fairly in these videos it is appreciated more, as Jungkook is too big even playing cards, and fairly would appear what appears to be Jimin's little hand. If we zoomed in on this, looked like be Jungkook's table in his house. Also those two dates that he just has that little hand, that is Jimin. They would just be purple and yellow, and still not convinced that in the little hand of Jimin there are many more pictures of Jimin's little hands, and the truth is that are the same. Now yes, we can't say no it was Jimin, because he is totally Jimin. It's also been a long time no showed this photo, but let's remember how when Jungkook started to tattoo right in the first study. Also we could see the brother of Jungkook with Jimin just as they were leaving tattoo for the first time. Surely we would see there is a doing exercise precisely with this shirt, that it would just be a logo that ALS would have Jimin on his PC investigating this logo further, supposedly from this company. Fairly its foundation is the Laguna Beach, exactly this same logo that had Jimin to Jungkook. Even we could see more logos like these, and that theory blew me a bit, since Jungkook's 7 album is red. And it just looks a lot like Strawberries and Cigarettes de Troy Sivan on everything, that design. And now let's move on to this topic, that Jermia informed that the model actress South Korean Han Zaji to star in he debut single music video Jungkook 7 Solitaire. According to following Hanshi report, completed the filming of the MV7 in Los Angeles, United States. The truth that for my this was already expected, since with Jimin we also saw a girl just in the life crazy, so for my part already I was expecting something like that too. Jungkook see Jimin does it, Jungkook does it like this, that's it. And the doubt that I have the most is because it is said that Han Zaji would be the protagonist of the MV, no Jungkook. Really, but this would already be matter of wait and see if she really goes be the protagonist, or also Jungkook, or if she is going to be Jungkook and she is not. And now hold on from where they can, because these would be the first little pictures from Jungkook from 7. The truth is that when I saw them, this is a complete DEA vu, and the truth is that I cannot remove the view of Jimin from above, because are the same. I did not see the truth difference between Jimin and Jungkook with these photos are just the same, and does very many references. Even here we can see this little picture that it's just black and white. Fairly we can see this as outfit Jimin, and this is where it would start craziness, just because of one of these photos that we just see the tattoos of Jungkook, and this photo is would reveal what will contain all this. Simple, and it is that they just come from new these two songs My You and This Will You are exactly songs for Make Coke. Obviously you are songs. They are for Jimin also in this photo. Apart from that we see their beautiful tattoos, we also see like that ring, it doesn't cover the Hoda either, and also see in the bottom part as Jungkook Al apparently is with a sack, but open from the bag, and precisely also said she could be in boxer shorts, it's just the pants, but this we do not know it yet. This would also give deja vu too much strong, since when we saw Jimin in its album would also be quite what Jungkook is doing fairly. In this simple 7, that's why they are the same, is that there is no difference. I don't know where we remember that Jimin referred to a man LGBT and justly Jungkook with those rings would make this next reference. The ring is a type of ring that appears in the film Story of O. Premiered in 1974, and since so is being incorporated into symbols habitual of BDSM symbol ring relations, says very especially relations of domination submission, where the hello Marcel is imposed on the submissive person or slave in a ceremony that usually covers special relevance, although not exist. Evidence ph yes, before use with anteriority in the so-called pioneering era in the modern development. All ward nor in the phases in the what could we call early history. I already talked about this a little bit previously, but just black and white, that just in the album. This would also appear from Jimin concept, and precisely if I would say black and white.